we had Governor Walker sign Wisconsin Act 100 into law on November 30th of last year.
Under Wisconsin Act 100, a person can now plant, grow, cultivate, harvest, sample, test, process, transport, possess, sell, import, and export industrial hemp in Wisconsin. The bill was introduced by Representative Jesse Kramer of Kewaskum and Senator Patrick Teston of Stevens Point.
I want to thank you for allowing me to testify on behalf of Senate Bill 119, which would allow the growth, cultivation, and marketing of industrial hemp here in Wisconsin. If Wisconsin is given the ability to grow hemp, we can lessen our dependency on imports of yet another commodity.
Wisconsin has a long history with hemp, but here are a few highlights. Hemp was first grown in Wisconsin in 1908. And throughout the years, hemp grew to become a popular and useful agricultural commodity. From 1919 through 1931, Wisconsin became the leader in hemp cultivation. But in 1937, the Marijuana Tax Act was enacted, which placed a tax on all cannabis sales, including hemp. Then, during World War II, hemp was needed to craft supplies for the war effort. So from 1942 through 1948, Wisconsin farmers continued to cultivate hemp. After the war, Wisconsin processed its last commercial hemp crop in 1957.
Although industrial hemp was a large part of our agricultural sector, it was labeled a narcotic in 1970 when it became associated with a very different plant that bears a similar resemblance, marijuana.
What is hemp exactly? Hemp is a type of plant that shares the same genus as marijuana, but they are not the same. Before we get into the difference, we'd like to note that due to the national controversy involving the word marijuana, we will refer to it by its scientific name, cannabis, instead. Now, the difference between them is that hemp is high in CBD and low in THC, whereas cannabis is high in THC and low in CBD. THC is what makes users high, but CBD has tons of potential benefits that could help your mind, your heart, your stomach, your digestive system, and many other systems in your body.
And there's so many different uses for this plant, from the textile industry to new research and development in the plastics industry and all different types of things. And the fact you can find this stuff in your grocery store right now. You can find hemp hearts, you can find hemp seeds and granola bars, and many well-known grocery stores and retailers throughout the state.
The sales of hemp have taken off in the United States. And according to the Congressional Research Service, the growth in sales averaged over 15% annually in the time period from 2010 to 2015.
The U.S. hemp industry product sales for 2016 were estimated to be $688 million. And the categories for those sales included 18% for industrial applications, 2% for other consumer-based products, 14% for consumer textiles, 19% for food, 19% for hemp CBD oil, 4% for supplements, and 24% for personal care items. There is extreme interest in hemp from Wisconsin farmers. It even has the potential to create more income for farmers than soybeans or corn. But farmers will need to follow specific rules with selling their hemp to avoid issues. The total applications from farmers totaled 369 for growing and processing hemp, and the total licenses issued has totaled 268 as of May of 2018.
The question is, are we going to see a resurgence of Wisconsin hemp? And, I personally I think we will. I think there's a lot of excitement for it. It's just a matter of putting the right pieces in place. And I think what we've done with legislation is going to definitely guide us in that right direction.
There are some obstacles with Wisconsin Act 100 that may make participation in hemp production difficult, like having a criminal background.
I did not like in the legislation that people who have re-entered society were scarred with the scarlet letter F and would not be able to participate in all of the innovative things that could happen with hemp.
Or processing CBD oil from hemp.
The industrial hemp law does not address the ability of anyone to manufacture CBD oil. We just need to make sure that there are some standards, that we have some idea what's in the CBD oil, because it's expensive to remove all the THC from CBD oil. So some of the fly-by-night manufacturers of it are not doing the process well.
Or importing and exporting hemp across state lines.
Since it's still classified as a Schedule I narcotic, we do have to, the Department of Justice does still kind of have some say in what goes on. We need to pass federal legislation like 3530. That's federal legislation that would put hemp into the agriculture realm rather than the Schedule I narcotics realm.
Even with the potential obstacles, Wisconsin farmers still have hope in hemp, like the Hughes family. Their family farm is now returning to hemp farming after a 70-year hiatus and will grow the hemp for organic food processing.
My grandfather grew hemp during the war.
World War II?
For World War II, yes, that's right, for the purpose of rope, or for the fiber. And so my dad and my uncles and my grandfather were involved in the production of that. I think harvest is our fear, that we don't have the wrapping, that we can get it dry, that we can deliver a crop that's of high quality. That's really what we want to do.
My successor failure out there is going to kind of represent the successor failure of the crop for a lot of people in the county, and I just hope that I do a good job of growing it.
Hemp's revival in Wisconsin could be very beneficial for our farmers and economy at large. And with federal legislation being considered on the rescheduling of hemp, more progress could lend itself to this storied and versatile crop.